Welcome to St. Louis Organics Presents Montez at midday. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody is doing well on this Make It Happen Monday edition of the show. Hope everyone had a great weekend. It was one of those weekends where I can't even explain it. Basically, the way the sports broke down over the weekend. But if it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. High fives in the building. Chest bump. Ugh. Let's hug it out. Happy birthday to the folks celebrating a birthday out there. Navy friend of mine, Munchie, happy birthday to you. She's a bodybuilder. Happy birthday to you, Munch. Happy birthday to you for sure. It was great seeing my good friend Mitch, who works for the Cardinals. 25 years he's coming up on this year. It's going to be a lot. I got to get him on the show and tell you about his 25 years working for the Cardinals. And it was good seeing my friend Shemaine. Got some good news about timeout in South City, by the way. But again, if you're tuning in for the first time, you can watch the show here. But you can also go to www.dremontez.com and we can get caught up on the podcast. Who's to Blame? Our latest episode 506, is up where you listen to your favorite podcast at on Spotify and iTunes for you for sure. But as I said, I hope everyone is doing well today. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I'm quite sure I did. Have to apologize to Anthony and Brian. We were supposed to do a show on Saturday, but I totally whiffed. You know, I overschedule some things sometimes. So that's what happened. We're going to have another show though. That's going to be a lot of fun. But it definitely was one for the ages. We could pull the show off, but we will be doing one hopefully this week, the week after that. Lots of action going on there. Got college football national championship, TCU, the Horned Frogs, and the Georgia Bulldogs. You got the Frogs and Dogs. Who's having frog legs tonight? Who's having hot dogs? It's going that way. My good friend Cassie Joe, that's her team, Georgia. Good luck to Ugga tonight. But I'm going for the upset here. I got TCU winning this tonight. Nothing against Georgia. Just that dude Dugan, something he's bringing a different element to the game. I know that K-State loss was a whole lot. I get all that. But in years past, TCU has failed me in the month of November. This year, they showed up to the table, and they got a squad, and they got a fan base, and they got some women in the stands. So I'm going with TCU tonight. I'm going to go with them. Not saying that's a sure and bet or anything like that, as we did not gamble at all this weekend. Out of respect of what happened last Monday night, I said, you know what, we're going to take this weekend off and just sit back and enjoy football for what it is, what it's worth, and really get vested into my football team, the Denver Broncos. Well, we know what Monday is now. The NFL season, regular season is over with. Lovie Smith has lost his job. Cliff Kingsbury has lost his job. The Denver Broncos coach, Nathaniel Hackett, lost his job. I think maybe 3 or 4 more coaches may be falling today by 2 o'clock. This could be that time. I know Denver has reached out to the Broncos, to the Cowboys coach for an interview. Denver, if we're not going to be serious about getting Sean Payton, just let me know right now. Let me know right now. If we're not going to be serious about going to get Sean Payton, there's nobody else that needs to be coaching the Broncos. There's not one person. Sean Payton. It fits the mold for what Russell Wilson's skill set is. It fits the whole schematics of our offensive regime that we have. It can be done. So if we don't get Sean Payton, where else are we supposed to go here with for his coaching wise? Who else is out? Who is attractive that's out there? You're not getting Eric Public Bieniemy from Kansas City. So who else is out there? Go get Sean Payton. That's it. Hands down. And speaking of hands down, football was the funniest thing ever yesterday. Look at every team that lost. And look how the cameraman did the fans. The look of despair, disappointment. exhaustion on fans' faces looking at their team that needed a win, or the simple fact your team just sucked. You knew you weren't going to the playoffs. I think it's probably like 5 teams that knew they weren't going to the playoffs after week 5. Right here, Denver, we weren't going nowhere. We're just moving pieces. But I do appreciate the effort that we had yesterday beating the LA Chargers. I like that. I didn't see that coming at all, but I picked my team to win that game, and they did win the game. There were some questions yesterday and some other games that I'm still – how do you go 2 for 6 in the fourth quarter? How do you throw the ball to the same side of the field in 2 consecutive possessions, back to back? Questions. I don't feel that strong. 5 weeks ago, I thought the Cowboys had a legitimate shot of going to the Super Bowl. I don't know now. I really don't know. I mean, they've played some really bad football, really bad. And that game yesterday against the Washington Commanders, they had nothing to gain from this game at all. I don't even know why Dak played. For what? Why'd you play? Why did Dakota play yesterday? But my dude for the Washington Commanders, Montez Sweat. I'm getting that jersey. Montez Sweat. I'm telling you, that team with a third-string quarterback. I'm telling you, some of these football teams this year, if they applied an attempt to get an offensive line, to really go into the draft with some intentions to make your team better, they would be shocked and amazed what they could do. Some of these teams that do not have an offensive line, don't really have a legitimate quarterback or receiver, no threat on defense, don't want to make any trades, don't want to spend any money, but they want to remain being an NFL team and in a conversation. How is that possible? Now, considering what Green Bay did, Aaron Rodgers did, he let Devontae go. That was his fault. So who's to blame for what happened with the Green Bay Packer backers this season? Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not getting all caught up in his words after the game, even before the game. That dude didn't want to play. Aaron Rodgers hasn't wanted to play football in Green Bay since they didn't give him what he wanted, in my opinion. He has not played for Green Bay the way he's capable of playing since he couldn't get his way. I don't know if it was Matt LaFleur or all of him, but that is a horrible mess what's going on with Green Bay. Right in front of our eyes that happened. And Pittsburgh almost pulled it off. Man, they almost pulled it off. Real close. That Miami game was insane yesterday. But back to the Green Bay game. When the player got ejected, the internet is savage. The internet is savage. There's a video of the player that got kicked out of the game. And on top of it, his homeboy from Friday after he tried to get his bike back from Debo. They got those both on top of each other. It is the same walk, same swagger as in the movie Friday. What made him push a trainer? What made him do that? What was going on in that whole thought process right there? Now I get when players take their helmet off, they're excited. I get all that. I get all of that. But that right there, I don't get. That made no sense to me at all. No sense at all. And then you got to get back to the story of the day. Nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. The way that game opened. Now, everybody has their own conspiracy theories out there about what happened last Monday night. Hey, that's your opinion. You can do what you want to say and all of that. I get it. But when it came down to it, what's up, Alistair? What's going on, my man? What's going on, Mickey? Hey, what up, E. Cox? My man, what's going on with it, boss? Appreciate you for tuning in. Jared, my man, what's going on with you? Appreciate it for tuning in. But when that whole situation happened in Buffalo, I really got to paying attention to the NFL a little bit more on the health side of this. There have been some questions going on with me when it comes to the NFL, especially at the beginning of the year, the whole Tua situation. The way they handled that, it was not handled well at all on that whole situation that they did. The Miami Football Dolphins and the Houston Texans have done some horrible, egregious behavior in the front office. I'm going to throw the Colts in there too. Them three teams in the front office have done some things that just don't make sense to me. How they're not being flagged by the league. Why Roger Goodell has not stepped in. And speaking of Roger Goodell, I still need to hear more clarification on caring about the players. I'm not getting it yet. I'm not getting it yet. And then he lied on Sunday. If you watch Roger Goodell on the pregame on CBS Sports, Roger Goodell said he was at that game. Roger Goodell was not at that football game. He was not at that football game. But he said on national TV that he was at that game. But I'm wondering, moving forward with the NFL, the offseason and all that, they need to help come on. How can we do this? Better clarity and understanding when it comes to health issues of players. Even yesterday, I saw some games. There was a couple of helmet hits didn't get called. Even in our own Denver game, didn't call it all on Russ. They were like, Russ, oh well, take it. But if you touch Tom Brady helmet, that's a penalty. But with Russ, okay. Let me tell you another game I saw yesterday that really tickled my fancy. Oh, yeah. If you were Lamar Jackson, what would you do? If you were Lamar Jackson, what would you do? What Harbaugh said about Jackson was like, he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't want to talk about that. But he's the quarterback of you. I don't know what it is. Do teams get mad that you represent yourself in the NFL as opposed to the NBA and Major League Baseball? It seems to me that more players get more shade thrown at them in the NFL that represent themselves, other than having an agent. I think it's Lamar and his mom that handle his paperwork and all that. But I want to know, if you were Lamar Jackson, would you come back and play in the playoffs, or are you deucing it by? Because he bet on himself. And he's a quarterback that really depends below the waist. Still some swelling on the knee for the PCL. But if I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm not coming back. No. Holla. Everybody's going to get fired between now and Friday. Look at the quarterbacking scenario. Quarterbacks and receivers need to pay attention to what's going on. The guys that want to go somewhere and win. I'm not talking about chasing a bag, just winning. And you want to play football and be a competing person, look at the people that's about to get fired. And look at the opportunity that you have for yourself. Now, everybody wants to go to Florida because of the tax break. I get it. But just don't go nowhere just to go to the team. If you're not going to compete, make it make sense. I told you I hate the phrase chasing the bag. That's the dumbest shit ever. Everybody that chased the bag, what are they doing now? At home. But to make some real sense right now, Odell Beckham Jr. has the pick of the litter to me. If I was him, I'm going to Jacksonville. What Jacksonville is trying to pull off and has pulled off, with that matchup, that quarterback and that coach, they're only missing 2 players. If Jacksonville pick up 2 players, go get a vet and go get a star in the draft. Watching this team the past 2 years, now Urban Meyer, that was just bad communication, bad skill set, didn't make sense at all. I'm surprised they didn't press charges against his ass, what he almost did to that team. But the way Jacksonville looks right now, that's more of a believable upsell than the Detroit football Lions. And they both have played incredible football this year, to me. The games they've competed in, whether they win or they lost, the skill set and the way they played them games, both of them 2 teams were something special for sure. They were fun to watch this year. And I give a lot of Detroit fans a lot of shit on that team, but they played really damn good this year. They really did. We're going to take a short break and come back more of St. Louis Against Prince Montez at midday. Word from my sponsor here. There you go. Mountain Man Scrub. Be right back.
Mountain Man Scrub. As smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
What up, good people? Welcome back. It's Monday. It's your boy Dre Montez. How's everybody doing? Thanks for tuning in. Got some folks watching this morning. I really do appreciate it. And I do agree with you. What did you say right here? Looking at Antonio Brown. I think Antonio Brown and John Gruden fucked themselves. There's no way possible that Antonio Brown could come back to the NFL. No way possible. Maybe XFL, maybe Arena, maybe the USFL, but I don't think the NFL is anywhere in the plans for Antonio Brown. He went too far. It's like John Gruden name came up as far as coaching. And there's no way possible I can see John Gruden come back. That email he sent Roger Goodell, that fax, he called him every name in the book. Can't come back from that. No. Does football need John Gruden? No. He let his true colors come out. He let his true self come out, who he really is. And I don't think the NFL needs that. The NFL wants to be a part of that. Antonio Brown brought too much drama to the team. He brought too much drama to football. And then the incident in the pool when he's naked, I don't think the NFL wants to be affiliated with anything like that. And what's crazy, they both have something to offer. Antonio Brown's a hell of a football player. But we know sports is not just what you can do on the field anymore. It's how you carry yourself out. It's your character. His character was shitty. I really don't see how he can go anywhere unless it's just some rec league or flag football league somewhere. Just like with John Gruden. If John Gruden wouldn't have sent that fax to Roger Goodell, maybe he can come back. But too much was done. Too much was said. I mean, he went off on Roger Goodell. He called that man every name in the book. You name it, he said it. I'm talking council words you can't say no more. He went there. He went there. And the football teams that are involved, we still got to figure out what's going to this Washington football team, the Commanders, about selling that team from under Daniel Snyder. Still got to figure out what's going to happen with that for sure. All right. So Kevin Durant's out for 2 weeks. LeBron sending crazy messages again. Why is the NBA turning into the Lifetime channel to me? Why is there so much drama? Why? And I hope John Morant really didn't hit a 17-year-old kid. I just really don't. I hope that story out of Coppin State is Coppin State. I hope that's not true. What the LSU football team did the week of the SEC championship, what is going on? I mean, talk to us. I mean, come on now. What is going on in college? Come on. Talk to Dre. Because what's going on? These kids losing their damn mind and the coaches. What is going on? I mean, it's to a whole new level of the disrespect that is going on in college sports. It's like they don't even care they have parents. They don't even care about themselves. Then you have other grown men getting involved in this shit too. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. Exactly. But what a hell of an NFL season we had. The way the games played out yesterday was just wild. That Green Bay game, that I would love to know, what is the press conference like in Green Bay today, talking about and reflecting on the season and yesterday's performance? How does a player push a trainer from the other team, gets ejected from the game, and then he cry walk? You did that. Your actions did that. Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, his arm strength is redonkulous. Did you see the throws? Did you? Josh Allen, Herbert. Who else am I put on that list? Who else can I put on that? Jared Goff. They're going to change the way people are looking at quarterbacks from now on. The quarterback in college trying to go into the NFL is going to look that totally different than they have 5 years ago. It's all about fitting, as we've said this before, the skill set. If the New York Football Jets figure out how to use Zach Wilson, that's the next Dan Marino. I said it. That dude is, they don't know what they're doing. That dude can throw that pill, man, and he gets rid of the ball, but they don't understand how to use him. We shouldn't be this smart at home. Them people upstairs in the box, they don't know anything. Look at some of those games yesterday. Look at the play calling that was being made. Hell, look at the whole season. That's the play. That's the play. That's your best third and sixth play. Sometimes I want to know, what do y'all see that we don't see? There's no way you didn't see that. There's no way possible. You looked at the receiver all the way through the route. You didn't think it was going to get intercepted. Damn autograph. Damn sitting in a box. I want to watch game film with my team after a loss. Look at Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks is beautiful. Love the show. Beautiful. And the way they carried the Arizona Football Cardinals this year, and we watched game film the next day, they're saying the same shit we said. Why did you throw the ball? Even on the defensive side, you guys weren't even ready. Coach pulled it up on the film. Look, y'all not even ready. But we supposed to agree with the W's and L's the way it go. No. I'm not saying we should win every game, but give me effort. Show me you at least tried. How many teams you think played yesterday didn't try? 10. I say 10 teams this weekend didn't try. They just collected money. I used to play for a coach that said that. If you just out here just wasting my money, I don't need you. I don't need you. And that's what's happening in the NFL. There are guys out here just collecting checks, not giving us any effort whatsoever. But they want to blame other people. What? Doesn't work that way. Again, I'm going to pose the question. If you're Lamar Jackson, what are you going to do? You going to play this year? Because he gambled on himself now. He gambled on himself. Big time. What's up, Jeff? My man, Jeff. What's up? Appreciate it, E-Cox. Appreciate it, my man. I really do. Detroit is fun to watch, though, man. I like that coach. As much shit as they gave their coach, that team showed up for him. Detroit had nothing to play for yesterday. But they got tired of that dude mouth. How cocky Aaron Rodgers is. They got tired of that. You know what? Let's knock him off the box. Got him. $50 million? I couldn't be a coach. No, I couldn't be a coach. There's no way that the money we're paying you doesn't make sense to the record we had. And I want to know why. You let our top player go. You could have kept him, Aaron, if you'd have spoke up. You let Devontae just leave. Who does that? Every quarterback wants a top-notch receiver. And then you get the bitch and this you ain't have no players. Well, I wonder why. You have to make it make sense to me right now, and it's not making sense. Well, tonight we got the National College Championship tonight with TCU and Georgia. I'm going with TCU. This Dugan kid he's growing on me. He is getting better this whole season. Each game, the dude gets better and better. Now, Stetson Bennett, you've been in college for 10 years. Most people in college for 10 years are called doctors. This guy has an incredible story. It may go straight to Disney or Prime, but there will be a Stetson Bennett story. It will be, for sure. Definitely. Back-to-back champion for the first time since Bama. Okay. This could be one hell of a game. I don't know what you're doing this evening, but we're going to cover the game here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Roku television. My man Ray and I, we're going to cover the game. We're going to do a live in-game little viewing party. So if you're not doing that, you can check that out this evening. We'll be getting done, I think, about 6 o'clock, I do believe. We're going to do the college football breakdown show, the live version of the show. We have not decided if we're going to stay at home and watch the game or if we're going to go out to either Tower Pub or either Friendly's here in South City and watch the game and get that real fan interaction. So we're trying to figure that out still up in the air with that situation right there. But I'm looking forward to this game. Frog legs and hot dogs. Who got them? It's going to be one of the different angles you get to see from all the ESPNs is what I like about it. I like watching the different angles, not just one angle. So there's probably 4 different angles because it'd be ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU as well. And I believe on ESPN News as well, too. So I think it'd be 4 different channels you've been in. Check out the game from different angles, and I love that shit. I love getting different camera view. I know one year in football, they did Thursday Night Football like you were playing Madden. We had the view as you're playing a video game Madden. I wish they'd give us that viewership back. That's a lot of fun watching for sure. But it is Monday again. Oh, what's going on, little homie? What'd you say right there? What's up, L? What's going on with it, boss? What's going on with it? For sure. My man Jeff got that wrestling, my man. My man got it in. Jeff was in a Born Notice episode. Burn Notice. That was my show, though. I was like, hell no, that's Jeff. When you see your friends on TV, hey, that's Jeff. Well, guys, boys and girls and children of all ages, we got to get ready for the day. Got the college football show tonight, college football matchup, and still figuring out who's getting fired the rest in football. Lovie Smith is out. Cliff Kingsbury, Nathaniel Hackett is out. And I'm thinking there could be 3 or 4 more coaches on out the building. Because this thing here is serious. I don't know. For the Super Bowl, I had the Buffalo Bills playing the Philadelphia Eagles. That's my Super Bowl prediction. It really is. But Jalen, I need to see. But injuries at the quarterback position, man. I mean, just to see it, I guess we will have to decide from there. Well, kids, boys and girls and children of all ages, thank you so much for tuning into the show today. We'll be back on Wednesday. And don't forget, you can check out our latest episode of our podcast, Who's to Blame, is up where you listen to your favorite podcast. Episode 506 is up for sure. And just in case, there you go. You can, wait a minute. There we go. Get your phone out right there. You can scan that. It'll take you right to our website for sure. Get you caught up on everything. That way you can watch or listen to the show. But we're going to get out of here and get on with the day. And don't forget to appreciate the details of the day, good people. In the words of my great-grandpappy, 2 wrongs don't make a right, they make a left turn. Holla. You kids have a good one, and we're going to get out of here until next time. And then we going to get on up out of here. The show.